is your studies going on? See, how did you write your test? We are learning about the second lesson, is it? The spread of Christianity, is it? And I hope you all wrote the test well. Okay? Have you all completed your class notes which I sent for you? Okay? See, I'll revise the same class once again for your better understanding. Okay? Those who have not listened in the previous classes, listen once again. Okay? We are seeing about the spread of Christianity. Okay? Okay, in spread of Christianity, when this Christianity started to spread, okay, during the medieval period in Europe is called the period of transition. Okay, when was the medieval period in Europe? It is around 900 BC. Okay, it is the period of transition. Okay, from medieval period to the modern period. So the spread of Christianity, when we learn, the Christianity started to spread during medieval period in Europe. Okay, and when we see, there are different reasons for the spread of Christianity. Okay, the first reason, when we see the decline of the Roman Empire. Okay, the decline of the Roman Empire. Okay, the reason for the spread of Christianity is the first one, the decline of the Roman Empire. And when we see the decline of Roman Empire, there are a lot of reasons. There are different reasons for the decline of the Roman Empire. Okay, the first one is barbarians attack. Attack. Okay, what's the first reason? The first reason is the barbarian attack. Second reason is the socio-political and economical crisis. Okay, political and economical crisis. And the third reason is birth of new empire. Okay, what's the third reason? Birth of new empire. And the fourth reason is spread of Christianity. Okay, what's the first reason for the decline of Roman Empire? Barbarian attacks. Second one, political and economical crisis. Third one, the birth of new empire. And the fourth reason is the spread of Christianity. Okay, now we'll see this one by one. What's the reason? Who were these barbarians? What did they do? How did they became the reason for the decline of the Roman Empire? Okay, there were these barbarians were the Germanic tribes. Okay, who were these barbarians? Barbarians were the Germanic tribes. There were three important Germanic tribes. Okay, who were these tribes? First one is Goths. Okay, who were these people? First Germanic tribes, there were three important tribes were there. The first tribes were known as Goths, second tribes were known as Vandals, and the third tribes were known as the Franks. Okay, there were series of attacks, okay, done by these Germanic tribes are known as barbarian attacks. Okay, what is known as the barbarian attacks? The three important Germanic tribes such as the Goths, the Vandals, the Franks, okay, are known as called what? The barbarian invasions. Now what did these barbarians did? These barbarians or the Germanic tribes attacked the Roman city, even the capital city of Rome. Okay, they plundered the wealth from Roman city. Okay, they arranged the city. Okay, and that became the reason for the decline of the Roman Empire. Did you understand, children? The second reason was the political and economical crisis. Okay, when we see political crisis, see, Pope was considered as the God or representative on God on earth. Okay, now everywhere bribery. The political condition was not equal. Okay, the inequality or inequality in the society. Okay, there were rich and the poor. Okay, the rich became more rich and the poor became more poor. Okay, economically people are not equal. These all conditions became the reason for the decline of the Roman Empire. The poor people started to revolt against the people. Okay, because during the period of Renaissance, during the period of transition, there were the Renaissance period. People started to ask questions. People started to rationalize. There was the growth of spirit of rationalism, spirit of science. People started to question the church. Okay, people started to question even the orders of Pope. Okay, that became the cause for the decline of Rome because of the Renaissance. Okay, and the third reason is birth of new empire. Now, the Rome was divided into two parts, Eastern Empire and the Western Empire. Eastern Empire was ruled by Constantine, the Emperor Constantine. He changed his capital from Rome to Constantinople, and his new empire was known as Byzantium Empire. Okay, and when we see in the western part, see these barbarians like the three Germanic tribes like Goths, Vandals and Franks, they attacked Rome and they went to settle in the western part of Europe. Now they had a different culture, different lifestyle. Okay, they have established a new government. Okay, that is the beginning of new empire. Okay, they overthrew Augustulus, the ruler of Rome. Okay, now another reason was the spread of Christianity. Okay, because of Constantine himself converted into Christian, he called himself as a Christian. Okay, he made Basilica as the headquarters of Christian Roman Christians. Okay, and there were different people. They came up to spread the good news or to spread the new community. That became the reason for the spread of Christianity. Did you understand that this became the reason for the decline of Roman Empire? And when we see The important reason for the spread of Christianity is monasteries. Okay, monasteries were the dwelling place of the monks. Okay, they were hermits. They separated themselves from the other people. Okay, they lived in isolated areas. Okay, and they have spent their life for the humanity, for the service of the humanity. Okay, and the male monks or male hermits where they lived is known as means monasteries, where the female hermits where they lived is known as convents or nunneries. Now both the female and male hermits, they devoted their life for prayer, okay, and they devoted their life for the service of the humanity. Now when we see the spread of Christianity, the male monks, they were appointed to do the religious activities. They were known as priests. Okay, they were in the lower position in the society. Okay, whereas the bishops, they were the clergies. Okay, the bishops were higher than the priests. They supervised this priest, the activities of the priest in different monasteries. When we see monastery, what was the role of monasteries? Okay. The important role of monasteries were the centers of learning. Okay, monasteries were the centers of learning. Okay, different subjects were taught. Okay, when we see monasteries, the monks and nuns, they lived in the monasteries. We have seen this. They have devoted their life for prayer and service for the humanity. When we see the female monks or female hermits, we call it as nuns. They spend their life for treating the sick, okay, and healing the wounded, okay, and helping the oppressed people in the society. Monasteries also played a vital role. Okay, it was the place for the people, for the travelers. It is like a rest house. Okay, the monasteries became the rest place, the resting place for the travelers. So people, those who travel long away, they came and they dwell in the, or they took rest in the monasteries, okay, where the monks helped these people. They have given the food and the clothing for the travelers. Did you understand, children? And these monks and nuns, they learn different skills of learning. Okay, they have learned different arts and different other subjects, religious and secular subjects they have learned. Okay, when we see these female monks and female nuns, or we call it as nuns and monks, they have separate activities. Okay, these nuns, they have educated the children. Okay, whereas the monks, they did the religious activities, and the nuns, they have treated the sick, the poor and the oppressed people in the society, whereas the monks, they have took control over the monasteries and all the religious activities in the monasteries. And what is this structure of monasteries? How it is? When we see monasteries, monasteries became the place where it gave interest for botany. Okay, monastery gave interest for botany. Different herbal plants were grew in the monasteries. Now these monks and the nuns, They have transformed or converted the barren land into cultivated land. Okay, whatever is there around the monasteries, they change or they transform the barren land into cultivated lands. They have cultivated different fruits, orchards. They have also given importance for the herbal plants. So medicinal plants also grew in the gardens. Did you understand, children? The next thing we see is education. I already told it is education. Is it? Different subjects like theology, philosophy, astrology, geometry, geography, logic, mathematics, medicines. Okay, these are different subjects which were taught in the monasteries. So, when we see these monasteries, there are two important monasteries or there are two important universities that evolved from the monasteries. Okay, that is the Oxford University and other one is the Cambridge University. These are two important universities that are evolved from monasteries. Okay, and gave importance for learning and other activities. Then apart from this subject, monasteries also taught architecture, glass painting, wood carving, stained glass painting. Okay, these are the different creative skills taught by the monasteries. So during this period, medieval period, architecture, stained glass painting, wood carving, these all flourished in the monasteries. Did you understand, children? This is the role of monasteries and the role of monks or the nuns during medieval period. How they became the reason for the spread of Christianity. In the previous class, I have marked the one-word answers for you and I have given the notes. I will give you the worksheets in the next week. So read through your book thoroughly and answer for the worksheet questions. Thank you, children. We will see in the next class. Prepare well and write well. Okay, thank you.